How y'all doing, Commanders? Season 12 GVG round 5, I believe. Round 5. So, first off, I just want to say to the guild, the Danish Crusade, you guys have absolutely lived up to the Danes' reputation, and I salute you. Don't worry about the match. I mean, you guys were seriously outclassed, and in my opinion, you guys did everything in your power to chunk us down as much as possible. So, although they did hit our bot towers quite hard, I mean, everything else, if they could beat it or if they could chunk it down, you know, they did. And even if they didn't, they tried. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hats off to you guys. Keep up your studies, keep up your farming, and you guys are gonna go places. So, nope, that's whoops. So yeah, I mean, they gave us pretty much all a shot if they could, right? So you don't see that often. Usually it's like, oh, I don't want to have the losses on my record or whatever the case might be. And yeah, all right. We'll go on to it. So I'm not going to show a whole lot of everyone's attacks. We'll go through some of my attacks. We'll go through some of the defenses. And then we'll also be going through what I've done to change up my teams just to get more wins and be better for the guild all around. Because last round, I believe I really only got attacked 3 or 4 times. And I did have a loss because the Spectral Archers, the new Blood Oath faction, they were killing my Carnelian with their passive, and Moonton says that they have fixed that issue. Whether or not it's coming in the patch, if you watched my videos a couple times ago or whatever it was, you would have seen that Carnelian's passive was triggering. And see, now Carnelian's hard to get her to cast an orb on herself with these maps. She just dies and then the whole team falls apart. But so basically what I had before is same team, only instead of Malvira I was using Catagrim facing down, and it was just an impossible team. People wouldn't even try. They're just like, oh yeah, forget about it, right? And Numera just plays such a big role there. So I changed up to Malvira in order to get more people attacking, thinking that they can take her out, when in fact she is a 4 in this scenario. So she's quite tanky and she's in some pretty good gear. You know, one day, maybe at the end of the season, I'll show the kind of gear that I use in Guild Wars, but for now it's kind of a bit of a secret. And so team 2. So team 1, I didn't have any problems with losing, but I was having problems with people attacking it. Malvira did change that up. This team here. So you can try to run Boreas facing up, and he will take out the LGs like no problem. But then he's not casting his basic attack onto the Fiends, which extends the limit and the amount of attacks and time between his Eternal Ice Haven. I will tell you, I have him, well, you'll see I have him in his exclusive artifact. It'd be nice to max it out, but it's not at the moment, so that is a bit of an issue, but I'm getting by. And I've added Hollow, and you know, this team, honestly, at first glance, you might just say, oh, look at that, it's Carnelian AI Boreas. You're gonna look at it and be like, well, that ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? So this might even get you wins just on the principle that people will mistake Hollow with AI. I'm pretty sure one guy did here. I don't know. He ends up sending like the Fiends just with Beholder stack, and I mean, sometimes that's enough, but not with Hollow. So I think he might have mistaken that. So we'll go through some of the attacks that they made. Okay, and then I'll go through and I'll show you ways to attack it and the best kind of way to try and defeat it. But you're going to notice that Cyrus here, he's got those 2 tiles, you know? So when you get those 2 tiles, that's 2 skeletons, that's 2 lives, and then you got Hollow and everybody just kind of synergizing, and every time Cyrus gets healed, he gets rage regen. So all he's doing is spamming his skeletons. It's quite disgusting. It's quite disgusting. So pretty much that's kind of how that went. We won't yeah. And then hard to kill. This was the guild leader. This is the one where, oh, this is the top team. Oh yeah, but we could watch this one. You'll just keep an eye on how much damage Malvira's actually taking. Actually, I think this one he goes something strange and he tries to use 2 magic tanks. Or was that? No, not this one. So yeah, he tries to just use the 1 stack, and for some reason, the Fiend still gets stacked up with those beholders. The whole idea between Malvira facing right was to try to pull those beholders away from these Fiends so they don't stack up. I don't know why it doesn't work. That's clearly 2 tiles. And also to mess up the Fool a little bit. So yeah, good try, but you guys didn't quite make it to court. But yeah, so what we'll do, the attacks were all, I mean, some of them had the BP, but none of them really had the good RNG. So I mean, what I'm going to show you guys is pretty much everything you need to know about the team. So this team here, and I don't know what's going on with the BP. If you'll notice, 113, 571, and 566. And I checked all the numbers and damage and everything like that. They check out, but it should be 560 and 460. So something strange happened in there. But like I say, it doesn't really matter. So for this one, maybe I had the auto fight saved. I'll show you kind of what Fiends can do. My Fiends are affiliated to 117k Lord, so they do hit quite hard. I like to use the bugs here. Send off the bugs just to bait Boreas and everybody. Make sure, and Hollow. I mean, with Hollow there, it's kind of, if you use the tank, Hollow won't trigger, and sometimes it kind of messes up the run. But I mean, everything should be good here, right? You got the Fool, but Cyrus just spams those skeletons, and then he gets the freaking, oh, no way. No way. Well, we'll have to run it again, I guess. That's the worst. Alright, let's try this again. Man, that Fiend had crazy good luck with the double taps. Did you see that? Nuts, dude. Normally that doesn't happen. And you can, yeah, like I say, you can try to face Boreas up. Boreas will attack the Fiend with his basic attack if the Fiend has 6 stacks or more. Or sometimes if it's 5 stacks and something got past or whatever the timing might be, Boreas seems to try and hit it. But the whole idea from the synergy is to get rid of the Fool and then proc the healing and then stop the healing, right? So that was much more. And then the second Fool right away like that, yeah, Boreas isn't there, but like you'll notice, like sometimes the orb doesn't even leave Cyrus, you know? Like, look at this. Oh, okay, you got it. Oh, what you got to see that? He spammed a skeleton and the orb, so that is how the Fiends do. Boreas sometimes does more damage. Like if they're swarms, Boreas does a ton of damage. Okay, and now the other way to attack this team, because you never know, after this video maybe people start setting these up. So I will show you how to defeat it. The timings they're quite tricky. So you'll have to probably set this up in order to actually know. So you're gonna, whoever's attacking, it's gonna have to have at least practice a little bit. So there is that. And then we'll go with the healers. And where the heck are they? Up here? Where are you, my skeletal dudes? There you are. Okay. So what do we got? Yeah, 117k. Oh, I messed up. Supposed to bring a tank instead of the healers. That's okay though. We can actually probably just use a healer. Probably even better this way. Although in this scenario, the only damage you're really worried about is the damage like after the LGs have passed the tank. So I mean the healers aren't gonna make it to heal them anymore. Right, all the damage that's done to the LGs is in this section right here. Like, they make it all the way. They usually take out Carnelian, but I mean, you need something to bait, and then you need the LGs, and then you need a swarm. So I mean, you could try to bring in, actually, and then if you bring in the fiends without stacking them up, if Nazar doesn't go down, even if Hollow goes down, sometimes Cyrus stays alive. So I believe the timing's a little bit different because I didn't use the Fallen Templar. But you're gonna basically, you don't even need the healer there, like I say. I mean, it might help a little bit, but you want these LGs to take like no damage. Now, see, Hollow is getting ready, right? And now Nazar will go, Boreas will go. And they'll probably take out Hollow here. And then I'll run these two. And honestly, unless the timing's perfect like it was there, yeah. Well, actually, you know what? This is probably going to win. So that's unfortunate. Oh, this is crazy. Neza almost got her ult back. And if Boreas would have activated his ults, or his artifact there, probably would have chunked things down enough. But after that, it's kind of hit. So that's how to defeat that team. But like I say, if the timings aren't perfect, and if Hollow doesn't go down, like, it's GG. So that's what I'm running. Because the Valara thing it just isn't working out without rage regen. And really the only Hollow isn't going to work out because of the range. And Hollow here just kind of completes this whole thing. And then it gives people that false sense of security thinking it's AI. So there's always that. But I expect this team to get many wins. I mean, it sure doesn't mean much on this. But, well, I shouldn't say that. Some of those guys were actually pretty high BP, but yeah. All right, we'll go into some of the attacks that I made here. I tried to attack. We'll go to the Beatrix one here. I think I attacked every single keep except for one keep. I went wrong somewhere. Oh, I panicked and sent the fiend a little too early, and yeah, everything is ancient history. So Demi here, it's kind of a cool spot for it, but I mean, anything in here that blows up is, you know what I mean? You could send 2 sets of bombs. You could bait Lily's passive and then send another set and take out Demi. Demi's really, she's just there for the anti-heal. She might have a little bit of damage, but yeah, they felt pretty easy. I'll go to the... This is... No. This was an Ireless team here. So 512, little bit on the lower side of BP. You'd want to see something like maybe 540, something like that, where they start to melt away the units and whatnot. So it might not be an A5 Pope here kind of thing, or A5 Ingrid. It might be a 2 or 3 Ingrid or whatever combination. So kind of a cool spot. They've got Ingrid, and only anything is going to any kind of those spectral archers. It's just going to go down. Now, the Fool gets there just after the healing, and they take out Valara. So I actually brought the Golden Guards there, which was a mistake on my part, because if the Fiend didn't take out, as we'll see in this next fight. So this guy here, Mr. Lombre. Huh. I ended up panicking a little bit. So 526, a little bit better. But for some reason, and I'm still bringing the Golden Guards in after this, I don't know. I think I'm just scared of Ingrid and the dogs, especially when she's got those four lanes, because you know she's doing her solar blast at least once. If you time it wrong, it's twice, and it doesn't matter what your dogs are, that's GG. So proc Brokir's passive, we just procced Ireless passive, proc Brokir's passive. These Fiends are staying there forever. And look at this, I just missed, and I think I was worried that the Fiend was gonna die. So you know, better 2 Fiends to hit it than 1. And I mean, we only get the 2 points, unfortunately. I'm thinking about, I could probably bait the alts, and then maybe the Golden Guard will send it through, but it does not. Oh, that's disgusting. Pope, you're an animal. He was there, my guy. I wonder is that how Pope's supposed to work? Like, I've seen with the dogs too. They run the map with his little chain lightning there. So, but you know, I wanted to attack each team of the keep, but I ended up saving one just so I could get a little bit of revenge here. And this time I was like, oh, you know what? I just panicked. I already proc Brokir's passive. It was just an Ireless passive revive or whatever that kind of hit twice and threw me off guard. So no big deal. Business as usual. Get that extra stack in there too, which is super cool. And you can see this time just proc Brokir's passive before the Fiend's healing even procs, and perfect timing. I don't know, I guess it took that much longer to kill Brokir last time, but no big deal. We're getting there one way or the other. Secure to win. And last but not least, probably maybe the strongest Pope team that they had, but they really like these setups. And I mean, if it's anything but level 7 Fiends, I mean, or Spectral Archers with some kind of swarm, but Ireless and Valara, and they're all just coming back so fast, you'd have to bring magic tanks in there just so our ult isn't like insta ready. Because even when you are, I mean, look at that, she's already halfway there. Like, that's disgusting, right? But no problem. Brokir's going to go down here. Valara's going to go down just in time. But we had another Fiend. No big deal. When she's only pushing the Fiend, the 2 tiles, or the 1 tile really, it's not too bad. And yeah, secure the win. Okay, that's about it. That's about all. Just pretty much short and sweet on couple of my attacks and just some mid-season change-ups and why to do it. Get yourself more wins. Probably better to have a couple losses and double your wins than it is to just, you know, go like 1-1 every match. So that's it. That's all. As always, you stayed till the end. I appreciate your time. Hope it helps.